Hello everyone, just cutting in to give you an update. We've been tracking some thunderstorms and some showers all day. We do have a flash flood warning in effect. This does include Comal, Guadalupe, and northeastern Bexar County as we've been watching this storm over the last little while. I'll put it into motion for the last 30 minutes so you can kind of see the movement. It's been kind of stagnant at times, but it's continuing to move slowly to the north, especially in areas of New Berlin. But the good news is it's also starting to weaken in certain areas. Now, this flash flood warning does go into effect until about 11:30 tonight for northeastern Bexar County, for Comal County, and also for Guadalupe County. I'll stop this just so you can see that there is some lightning associated with this, specifically in areas of green, and this is also going to be an issue for some areas, especially because they saw some heavy rainfall yesterday. Here's a look at the rainfall rates associated with this. Now, sadly, we are in between different radar scans, but what I can show you is just to the south as the systems continue to move to the north. All those purple colors that you've continued to see all throughout the last 7 days or the last few days is those rainfall rates of 7 inches per hour. And that's where we have the reason for this flash flood warning in effect is because of the potential for the heavy rainfall. Once again, this is just some rain. There is no any sort of other severe anything associated with it. This is just the potential for that heavy downpour. Now, once again, this does stretch into areas of Comal, Guadalupe, and Bexar County. It goes just parallel to I-35 between Canyon City and Hunter, and as I zoom out, it stretches all the way down to Garden Ridge near Selma, near Schertz, all the way over to areas of 281 and also near Seguin and McQueeney, where they had heavy rainfall yesterday. Now, I am going to put this into play to the last hour to show you. It started off from the south in areas just near Lavernia, near Schertz, near Garden Ridge, and it's continued to move to the north. And as it does, it is continuing to meet up with the light rain that we saw in areas of Canyon Lake, and it's continuing to meet and merge right along the areas near Green, just to the west of New Braunfels, near Copper Ridge, near Bear Creek Hills, and that's where we're seeing the heavy rainfall rates already on a saturated ground. Like I mentioned, just yesterday, they saw some heavy rainfall. I'll put this to stop just so you can see all those purple colors. That's already the heavy rainfall they saw just yesterday alone, especially in areas of Seguin, but also along the Guadalupe between Canyon Lake. Sattler Road was closed for a portion of the day yesterday due to the heavy rainfalls. Now, once again, I am going to outline it just so you can see kind of where the Guadalupe is in comparison. I'll start it here at New Braunfels and kind of draw a little bit of a squiggly line going up to Canyon Lake. Now, here is the radar that goes through one of the many heavy bands associated with this, and as it continues to the north, we're continuing to see that potential for some heavy rainfall continuing throughout areas of South Texas. Now, I did have Landon speak in my ear just a minute ago. If he can repeat that real quick while I put this into play. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So just wanted to give you guys an update about the heavy rainfall we're continuing to see in areas of South Texas. Once again, it is moving to the north, and because of this, there is still not only that flash flood warning in effect until 11:30, there is a flood watch in effect for other surrounding areas until 10 o'clock. Now, I am going to show you this. Although we're still seeing the heavy rain in this areas, I know the rivers and the streams have been continuing to be something we've been watching. This is one of the rivers, I believe. I am going to step off my screen just so I can see. This is the river, the Guadalupe River, I believe, at New Braunfels. Now, it looks normal, so I do want to stress that we are not tracking any sort of increase at the very moment, but we are still having the potential of just some heavy rainfall at times for areas of South Texas. Now, once again, there is that flash flood warning in effect for the heavy rainfall. This is on top of the heavy rainfall. Other areas have been able to see the creeks, the stream flows. It's been continuing to be one area we've been watching. Now, I am going to see if we can see the rainfall rates associated with it now, and we're getting better indication due to in between the radar scans. I am going to zoom in here in between Bear Creek Hills near all the way through First Crossing closer to Green. I'll also take a little query, and where you're seeing that purple color, that's where you're getting anywhere from 6 to 7 inches of rain per hour. This is one of the reasons they continued to issue that flash flood warning for areas, especially because of this heavy rainfall rate. Now, the good news is this rain is not going to stick around all night. As we continue to put it into play for just the radar, just to kind of show you the progression of the last hour. It's continuing to move, but as it moves to the north, it becomes less widespread. And if I really zoom in, you can see some areas of those purple colors. That's continuing to weaken. We're not seeing as heavy rain in almost that purple colors. It's coming more widespread. We're not tracking as much, but there is still that flash flood warning in effect. Please be cautious of those creeks. Be cautious of the Guadalupe River, especially just other areas where you see the potential, those low-lying areas. I want to stress that because it's continuing to move on such an already saturated ground that could have the potential, especially the street flooding. So if you see anything, turn around, don't drown. And if you have any flooding or even rain totals in your area, send them to KSAT Connect if you can do so safely. We'll continue to keep you updated though here on air and through the KSAT weather app, as that's not only the other first area we're watching. We're still seeing more heavy rainfall down near Poteet, near Charlotte, potentially even entering in areas of San Antonio. But overnight, we'll continue to keep you updated as these storms will continue to slowly weaken overnight tonight, but we'll keep you updated and we'll return you to your regular scheduled programming.